Good morning, Team Cardone! $18,000, one call close, and a prepay. Jack Lombard. Yeah!
Oh, and a call. Oh,
So just so you know, when he advances that pay, you guys that are in sales and or those of you that are like say, hey, I want to get closer to that revenue game. Cash flow. Look, when you get a guy to pay for something that he's going to pay for over 3 years, it's not uncommon for people to want to pay for something one time. Just because you don't think like that doesn't mean they don't. Like when we rented this place in the beginning, we paid our 18 months. We were a tenant for 18 months from the bank. I paid one time 18 months in advance. So when Jack did that yesterday, he got paid his whole commission that day or this month.
Rather than waiting 3 years.
Rather than waiting 3 years for a guy to fall off. So like you just that's what I call reaching into the future and pull it to you now. It's going to happen anyway. You're going to pay for it anyway. And for those of you who are not in sales, you need to start looking at angles going into 2020. I've done everything here, shipping, cleaning floors, what Brian does every day, cleaning windows. I've done all these jobs that you're doing today. But you have to start looking at the angles and the opportunities and what else you can do here going into 2020, because that's what's going to change your life. The company's going to keep getting bigger. We want you to get bigger with it. Scarlett, my daughter Scarlett, the 8-year-old, wakes up this morning, comes running to me. She's like, Papa, we have to go shopping today. I said, why do we have to go shopping? I didn't get gifts for anyone. She's like, she's frantic too. She's like, we have to go shopping. I'm like, do you have any money? She's like, no. I said, well.
That's why I need you.
How are you going to go shopping? You don't have a driver's license. You don't have any money. You know nothing, okay? Just give me hugs every hour.
if you guys order breakfast in today, you turn in your receipt, he's going to pay for it.
Whatever you
We'll
do,
get you
Santa's
breakfast.
got it.
Santa's got you breakfast, okay?
Thank you.
Thank
Really,
you.
really, really. Dude, Jared's going to be ordering from Turnberry. So he'll turn his receipt in like 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, I ordered, it was a late breakfast. So just want to thank everybody for coming in. It's so good of you to see you here today. And I was at the house and I'm like, I got to go down there. I can't let you guys go to the meeting and me not be here. So really, really appreciate you being here and being part of the team. How many of you were here last year? Okay, all right. So really appreciate you. If you've been here more than one Christmas, really, really appreciate you showing up and keep looking for the opportunities. If you're new here, okay, and I'm new here. I'm walking in this morning. I'm like, I don't even remember last year. Who doesn't remember last year? I don't remember where we were, what we were doing. Was I even here? Was I here?
Yes.
I have no clue. Like I literally don't know. So this place looks completely different to me than it did last year. Hopefully it's going to look different a year from now. I stumbled into a video because I put in my name and Christmas or holidays, and 2013 came up. This today, what we're doing today, 6 or 7 years ago. Faces are different. I look different. People, some of you in the room that I'm looking at that were here in 2013, who was here back in 13? Okay, y'all look different for sure.
Oh my gosh, really?
That's it? How many people?
Three.
Four. Dave Robards was here. Okay. Bonnet wasn't here yet. Yeah. But it just, we only had maybe 12 people. There was 12 or 15 people in the room.
Yeah.
And, today we're what we are.
Yeah.
We were in a different location, I think, at that time. For sure we
71st
were.
Street, yeah.
The whole office space was probably the size of the classroom. And I remember saying in that video, hey, this was the best year I'd ever had.
Yeah.
I was saying this, it was the end of the year, and I'm like, this is the best year I've ever had in my life. You can tell I'm enthusiastic. I'm excited about it too.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is the best year we've ever had by like 10 times. And it was phenomenal, and I'm bragging about all this stuff, and I'm looking 6 years later or 7 years later, I'm looking back at it and saying, dude, that was nothing.
Yeah.
We did that in a quarter.
Yeah.
So there's tremendous opportunity here.
Yeah.
But just because there's tremendous opportunity here doesn't mean it's going to come bite you. You have to go get it. It could literally be this close to you. Okay? You could be inches and still you won't do anything with it. So if you didn't receive a commission this year, if you didn't get a commission, it's some extra money this year other than your salary, you're not paying attention. It is impossible to be in this space and not pick up the phone and talk to somebody about something. There's too many things we offer people. So the gentleman that came in that you just talked about, right? We changed his life. His life he'll never be the same.
Right.
He probably got something free. He probably started with something free. And so we have that here. You have free stuff to give your relatives. You got a mom, a dad, an uncle, an aunt, somebody that is not doing well. Make sure they get some of the free content. Get them started on something. Put me in their ear this year with something. Maybe it's not a sales program. Maybe it's about expansion. Maybe it's not. Maybe they are a salesperson and they need something on closing. Whatever. You got to figure out what the inventory is that we have here, the things that we offer people, and put it in their hands and say, look, listen to this thing. It could make you better in 2020. And if not, hey, at least you tried.
Right.
But you got to give it a shot. What are you showing, Johnny?
There's going to be a lot of imposters this year.
Imposters? What's an imposter?
Santa imposters.
Ooh.
Unlike myself, the trick with Santa is once he comes inside, he takes his gloves off.
He takes his clothes off.
His gloves off.
Oh, his gloves. Does he come through the chimney or does he go through the front door?
It depends on how well he is connected to the neighborhood.
Oh,
If he's in a one percenter's house, he's coming through the front door.
oh, is he? And regarding Mia and Sabrina, how's he going to come through the door?
First of all, we're going to probably land on the roof just to create some excitement for the little toddlers.
Yes, and do you come with
I'm
Rudolph?
going to go
So look, they're Santa Claus, the whole Santa thing, it's one day, okay? The real gifts go every day. Like you got to wake up every day and look for something under your tree. And you can put a tree there anytime you want. And then you could call somebody and say, hey, look, you got to figure out what's the gifts. What's 2020 going to be like for you? Look how few people are here from 6 or 7 years ago. They're on doing other stuff. Hopefully it's better stuff. Hopefully they're doing better. They've grown. They carried this with them, took it with them, and they're succeeding in life. That's all we want for you here. So we want to touch a lot of people this year. If this momentum keeps going, we're going to touch, it's going to get ridiculous. And we've been talking about this for years. You can't stop this. 6 years ago, we're saying you're not going to stop this. Now it's like, oh my gosh, we got this thing happening.
Yeah.
We just need one little break now.
Yeah.
Every day I'm waking up, where's my break? When's my break coming? When's my break coming?
Yeah.
So we want you guys to have a great end to your year. Really, really appreciate you being here today. Appreciate all of you doing whatever you're doing here. But mostly we want you to have a better life as well.
Yes.
Okay? So thank you so much for being here.
Oh.